You guys, this is Adam Gillespie with Rancid and Sweaty Calves coming at you with yet another video. Sorry about that. Sometimes my tongue gets tied. I hope you guys have been having a good day, and I hope you guys have been having a great week. I certainly haven't, not seeing headlines like this. Rachel Zegler says she's bringing a modern edge to Disney's live-action Snow White. She's not going to be saved by the prince or dreaming about true love, which basically makes this nothing about Snow White. Takes away everything that Snow White is. You know, never mind. I'm not even going to get into the story. I'm just going to go through the article and share my thoughts. In Hollywood's latest regurgitating of their most favorite hollow marketing line, Rachel Zegler has asserted that Disney's upcoming live-action remake of Snow White will be bringing a more contemporary bent to the classic story of its eponymous protagonist. Which, let's just be honest, is the exact reason why the majority of the modern remakes suck and fail. Because it's a modern take on the stories that were classics. There's a reason they're considered classics. Zegler provided insight into the House of Mouse's updated version for their inaugural Disney princess during an on-stage appearance at the recent D23 Expo. Taking the stage in a promotion of the studio's latest attempts to lazily cash in on audiences' nostalgia, the actress informed attendees that she and the film's production team had given a modern edge to the enduring fairy tale. Later asked by Variety what she meant by this vague declaration, Zegler explained, "I just mean it's no longer 1937. We have absolutely wrote a Snow White." Okay, hold on. I'm going to try and read this in my most offensive Hispanic accent I possibly can. "I just mean there's no longer 1937. We have absolutely wrote a Snow White. She's not going to be saved by the prince." Alright, that was terrible. Then interjected Gal Gadot, who stars in the film as the evil queen, to which Zegler agreed. She's not going to be saved by the prince, and she's not going to be dreaming about true love. Instead, said the actress, she's dreaming about becoming the leader she knows she can be, the leader that her late father told her that she could be if she was fearless, brave, and true. So it's basically just a feminist movie, as every single new Disney princess movie has been. It's, no, we're not going to focus on the thing that made the princess famous in the first part. We're going to focus on making her a completely different character. We're going to inject modern feminist ideals that completely deject women and their natural biological inclinations to start a family and to raise children. And we're going to reject that so that we can force the idea that it's better to just force yourself into a space where you might not fit the best. To focus on your career. And so it's just a really incredible story for, I think, young people everywhere to see themselves in, Zegler concluded. Zegler's latest comments about Snow White's direction echo those she previously made during a December 2021 interview with BuzzFeed. Asked by the outlet about what she hoped to bring to the role of Snow White, Zegler replied, "There's not much I can say about it besides the fact that Snow White has consistently been criticized, even though she's the original Disney princess, and we love her so much, but criticized for existing solely for a prince, existing solely to be rescued." No, she's the key to everything, really, if you think about it. The prince is a side character. Snow White is the key to everything. She is the key to having the prince fight against the dragon, having all these other things happen. She is the key to why it is that the evil queen wants to get rid of her. Everything revolves around the character of Snow White. They just don't like the way that it revolves around the character of Snow White. They think that the character of Snow White should be going in with a freaking battle armor on and slapping down dragons and monsters and ogres by herself without any help from men, because that degrades their feminist propaganda. And I think that our direction, Mark Webb, and everyone who's working on the film has really taken her narrative and turned it into something that's a lot stronger, she continued, and I'm very, very excited to be able to bring that to life. Notably, this is not the first time that Zegler has promoted her role in a cinematic remake of a Hollywood classic with identity politics. Of course it's not. She's a freaking Hollywood actress! Asked on the film's red carpet why Steven Spielberg's West Side Story lacked subtitles for its Spanish-speaking scenes, the actress exclaimed, "It's respect." I'll get to that in a second, but I want you to hear her reason. "It's respect," she repeated, dismissing any fears of potentially alienating audiences who did not speak the language. "It is respect for my upbringing in a Spanish-speaking household. It is a respect for the fact that this nation does not have an official language." It doesn't matter if America has an official language or not. Subtitles are translated to each individual language that a person is in their main country. Okay? They're translated to Arabic in Arabic countries. They're translated to Hindu in Hindu countries. They're translated to Chinese in Chinese countries. They're translated to Japanese in Japanese countries. They're translated to Spanish in Spanish countries when it's an English-speaking film. It is not respect to alienate a large portion of your audience for the sake of identity politics and not putting up subtitles so that someone can actually follow along with the story. Not only that, but it causes confusion when watching the film. Imagine imagine you don't speak Spanish, right? You go to this film, and you go to this film with someone who does speak Spanish. Now the entire movie, you're going to be asking that person, hey, what the heck did that person just say? And that person now has to explain to you what it is that that person on the screen said. Now, the audience is being disrespectful to the rest of the audience because they don't know what the heck is going on or what any character said because there's no freaking subtitles. It's that simple. It's stupid. It's freaking retarded. Anyone who thinks this way needs to get a grasp on reality and realize that subtitles don't freaking have to be about identity politics. It's just a common courtesy to translate what's on the screen so people can understand what's going on. I love what this guy says, though. Unfortunately for both Zegler and Spielberg, audiences instead chose to respect their wallets. Based. As a result, the film bombed in its opening weekend, pulling in a global gross of just $14.9 million against an estimated production budget of $100 million. Boy, did they bomb. Snow White is currently set to hit theaters on March 22nd, 2024, and boy oh boy, I can't wait for that one to fail too, because they're completely upending everything that makes Snow White, and they're doing it just so they can force another stupid identity politics-centered film onto the populace, and hope that somehow this one makes people fall in love with the bullcrap that's being pushed by the left and the political ideologues running everything behind scenes in Hollywood. I'm sick and tired of this. I know that you guys are too, and I can't wait for them to call us racist for not liking a race-swapped character and not liking a story that is going to be completely terribly written compared to what it was back when it was made in 1937. I can't wait for them to call us sexist, racist, bigoted, homophobic, or whatever other bullcrap they're going to say, just because we don't like the fact that they changed a story that is beloved by many fans. I personally don't care about Snow White. I like the fact that it was written and it had a decent story to it. I like the fact that it actually took into account the consequences to people's actions. But I don't hate the stinking movie. I don't hate the movie. I don't care for the movie either. And I don't care for the character. I don't care for a lot of Disney products because a lot of Disney products are just pieces of garbage. But if you want to look at the actual lore for things, why don't you actually go back and see the original stories that these movies are based off of and see how much worse they're treated in those original stories compared to what they have in the Disneyfied versions from 1937 onward, okay? Stop complaining, get over yourself. You're an actress, take a role, and shut up. That's all you have to do. Same goes for the writers, same goes for any actors out there. No one cares about your political ideology or affiliation. Just do the role and do the role to the best of your ability and shut up about things that everyone else has to worry about, including average economic understanding. Just shut up. Just if you're an actor, if you're an actress, if you're anyone in Hollywood, just shut up. We don't care what you think about the world. We don't. Nobody does. This is why Hollywood is dying out. This is why Hollywood is falling apart. This is why Hollywood is losing all their money, because they opened their freaking mouths instead of just doing their jobs of entertaining the major populace, okay? Gosh, it's annoying. That's going to do it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, make sure to leave a like, comment down below your thoughts, subscribe, hit that bell notification icon so you won't miss a single video that I upload, and make sure to check out my Patreon and Rumble. I leave links to those in the description below. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I hope you have a great day and a great rest of the week.